Maturity is the state, fact, or period of being mature. Our generation defines maturity as reaching an advanced stage of mental or emotional development. When you turn 18, you are known to be mature since you need to take on adult responsibilities and you are now independent. Although 18 is the age of responsibilities, we are not prepared to see the real world and our brains are not fully matured. There is no exact meaning to what it means or a class on how to be mature. You grow your own understanding of it, and as you get older, you learn how to do it. Through mistakes along the way, you gain knowledge on how to do it better the next time. Mistakes are your lessons on maturity and tackling the next chapter. Maturity puts a great amount of responsibilities into your hand, yet you will learn along the way the true definition of what it means. Do you think kids nowadays mature slower than before? Katie, do you think kids nowadays mature slower than before?
Yes, I do believe kids nowadays mature slower due to the fact of technology and social media coming into the picture. So social media, it corrupts their minds because of videos that they see or because of artists, and everything that's just going on around the world is being affected by social media, like gun shootings in schools and bullying, cyberbullying, like everything revolves around social media, which is why we are maturing so much slower. And I feel like back then, when like our parents grew up, they were getting out of the house. Nowadays, we're all like, you can be 26, 27, and you're still living at home with a job that does not pay much. You dropped out of college, you dropped out of high school. Like nowadays, everything is just going so much slower than it did back then, all because of technology getting in the way. People are not.
Do you think kids of today's generation mature slower than the kids of yesterday's generation?
I think they don't, because the adults on social media are a very big influence in their lives, and the kids want to be just like them. So I guess they grow way faster than I would say the kids in the last generation.
Do you think kids nowadays mature slower than before?
Not really. I think kids these days mature a lot faster. They're put in situations where they have to grow quicker, and they're more peer pressure into doing things that they are not usually as a kid would do. So I think they get in a role that they have to become stronger protectors, and even if they have siblings, a lot of kids, I believe, mature faster these days than before. I feel that...
Is maturity something the United States struggles with? Brianna, is maturity something the United States struggles with?
Yes, I do think that the United States struggles with maturity, and I just feel like there's so many problems in this world today, like gun violence, as we've seen so recently, all the tragedies that go on within like schools, gun shootings, and also racism, just people against each other. And I feel like as a society, we don't know what we're looking for. We spark all these movements of change and marches, which are so great, but then there's still this whole group of people that are stuck in such an old way of thinking. And you know, it's just the lack of maturity. We don't know how to move on, and I feel like that downfall comes from technology. And although technology brings so many great resources, we don't know how to use the resources.
Do you think maturity is something the United States struggles with?
Yes, I do think we struggle with it because of the technology and social media. There's a lot of violence and stuff that a lot of kids see, and so that kind of influences some of them to do certain.
How can we improve on maturing the kids of this generation? How can we improve on maturing the kids of this generation?
I think we could mature the kids of this generation by giving them more responsibility, and then once they make their choices, have them liable for all their actions, making them face their own consequences, not baiting them, not having everything done for them, making them work hard and earn their privileges versus handing them to them. That's
How can we improve on maturing the kids of this generation?
We can improve on maturing kids of this generation by teaching them that social media and Hollywood are not real
How
life.
do you think we can improve on maturing the kids of this generation?
I think we can improve maturity by starting at home with our children, with our own children, by communicating with them. We can teach them and guide them through difficult situations that they will face in the future. Then they could be prepared to face and solve any problem maturely.
Thanks, Grandma.
Helping others to mature.
So, what do you think mature means? What does maturity mean to you?
To me, mature things like being responsible and acting like you're an adult, like not adult, but you're like grown up and not acting childish.
So you can like take things on like
Yeah.
at the age you are, you're ready for everything.
Yes.
So do you think you're ready for everything coming into high school as a freshman?
Kind of. I'm not fully ready to get all that force, but yeah.
So you have a lot of maturity to build up in
Yeah.